YouTube? Good morning. Welcome back to the My Crypto Journey live stream here for a Saturday crypto hangout. And boy, we got some news today because there are some allegations flying around the Twitter world about KuCoin allegedly being insolvent and being in the hole for more than 500 or up to $500 million. Now, this is just Twitter hearsay, but it looks like people from KuCoin took the time to respond because this Twitter account that is, saying these sorts of things is pretty popular, about 30-something thousand followers, and their name is Otteru. They have about 4,000 tweets. I've been looking through the Twitter a little bit, 37,000 followers, and they're kind of like, they kind of try to expose different cryptocurrency companies and those sorts of things. But let me tell you, if anything is wrong with an exchange like KuCoin, it's going to be bad for the entire cryptocurrency market. Now, I haven't seen the price of KuCoin really affected by this. The entire market's down decent today. Bitcoin's down 4.9%. Ethereum's down 3.8% today. The entire market looks to be down around 4.46%, but we're still above a $1 trillion market cap. So that's kind of been like the gold standard for cryptocurrency so far. But real quick, first of all, one of the degenerates, Racket Club, looks like he's in the hospital. I'm not sure why, but I put the link to his Twitter in the description down below. So go ahead and hit that link. Go say what's up to him. Make sure he's doing okay. Send him some well wishes. Again, Racket Club, one of the homies of the stream, good friend, good dude. I'm not sure why he's in the hospital, bro, but I hope you're okay. We're all hoping and wishing you're good, dude. And we'll be here when you get out. Keep us posted, brother. Much love from the DJs. We love you, man. All right, so I wanted to make sure we talked about that because that's our boy. And back to the news today. Hope everyone's doing well. Make sure you clickety-clack that like button, push us up in the old algorithm, and go ahead and follow me on all my social media accounts. Link to my Twitter and to my Instagram are in the description down below. Instagram's a little more personal. Twitter is more crypto-type news. So let's go ahead and jump into this news story first. And then we have some good content today, like Coffeezilla. We're going to watch the Coffeezilla video, the last 15 minutes of the stream. Dude, that video is so... Coffeezilla I watched the first 3 minutes of it. I didn't want to watch it anymore because I wanted to watch it with you guys. Although he dunks on cryptocurrency, he's still one of our favorite content creators because it's just funny, right? He talks about the Three Arrows Capital situation. What is up, Chet? How you doing? Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Good morning. Happy Saturday from sunny San Diego, although it's cloudy San Diego today. So happy to see you guys. Steve the Canadian. What's up, baby? All right, let's check out KuCoin. So this was the allegation. Check this out. Apparently, a whistleblower got in contact with this guy or something like that. So check this out. He says, KuCoin Insider confirms KuCoin is insolvent. Ex-employee whistleblows that estimated hole up to $500 million. KuCoin may not have the coins to meet depositors' redemptions. 92% certain. Retweet and like this tweet and read on. So it says, this guy's name Otter. Who is Otter? Otter is a group of forecasting in crypto who have a great track record. Here is the list of threads foretelling the failures of Luna, UST, Celsius, CoinFlex, Matrixport, HOO.com, and investigations into Nexo, Finblocks, BlockFi. So pretty much they're saying that you should believe us because that they've been pretty correct on all of these calls. I don't know that. I haven't done that much research into this person to see if they called it to match with the timelines. I don't know. I just got the story about half an hour ago, so we'll have to see what's going on. But he says, hi there, grab a seat. Here is a list of threads written for you. Please follow. Of course, this is May, right? So here's May where they kind of predict what happened. So background, before the collapse of Luna and UST, KuCoin was the centralized exchange for users to buy and sell UST. So apparently UST was one of the, you guys know about UST, it collapsed, Terra Luna, the whole situation. KuCoin was one of the bigger exchanges to trade UST. Because KuCoin connects to the Luna blockchain, so a user who buys UST on KuCoin can send it straight from the Luna ecosystem using Anchor protocol or any other decentralized application there. This is February, right? This is Johnny KuCoin. One of the promising blockchains on KuCoin you shall keep an eye on is Terra Money ecosystem. So, of course, this is in February 2021, well before the collapse of Terra Luna. So it says Luna coin exists on the Terra blockchain. If users wanted to get Luna on the Ethereum blockchain, wrap Luna had to be used. Wrapped Luna is the ERC standard of Luna. Since Do Kwon Man has now issued a Luna 2.0, the old Luna is called Luna Classic. Old Wrapped Luna is now called Wrapped Luna Classic. So we knew all about that, right? If you're familiar with this channel, we knew about that, right? Wrapped Luna is mostly used for yield farming purposes on the Ethereum blockchain. On 6th of May 2022, Luna started to tank from a price of $80. So we knew about that, right? Luna took a sharp fucking crash. It went from like $80 to fractions of a penny. Absolutely insane. We knew that, right? Anyone holding Luna or Wrapped Luna was wrecked. But who was holding Wrapped Luna? In May 2022, a holder of Wrapped Luna was KuCoin. No bueno. So apparently this person is accusing KuCoin of holding a lot of Wrapped Luna, which is Luna on the Ethereum blockchain, right? So it says, Wrapped Luna, a top holder, is now KuCoin, and this is in May, despite KuCoin not having it listed. So KuCoin didn't have it listed, but apparently they were a top holder. So it says, now it's normal for an exchange to be the largest holder of a coin as they are custodians for their users' coins. Binance is often the largest holder of the coins they allow trading for, simply because so many users deposit their coins there for trading purposes. Remember that when a cryptocurrency project so if you look at a project on Etherscan, you usually see like a huge allocation of that token or that token to an exchange. That's pretty much the coins they give to the exchange or the coins they buy from that exchange. Doesn't matter. That coin gets that wallet, right? It's easy to see that. So if you look at something on Etherscan, you'll see like KuCoin something or Binance something, and it's a large amount of that token. That's for that exchange, right? So those are their coins. It says, however, this time it's different. KuCoin does not and still have not. Wait, so KuCoin doesn't have a Wrapped Luna trading pair. They don't. The only one that I know that had a Wrapped Luna trading pair was Coinbase, and they halted all trading on it. I remember that. So he says, on 26 May 2022, KuCoin had 29% of all circulating supply of Wrapped Luna. That's a lot. But none of them could possibly users deposit since Wrapped Luna was not accepted as a deposit on KuCoin. So what they're saying is that it's not the users' coins, it's their own bag. Looking at the blockchain records today, if KuCoin had the same amount of Wrapped Luna today as pre-crash, it would have lost a market value of $12 billion. So Luna market cap pre-crash was about $40 billion. Jesus. So it says the KuCoin wallet is the fourth. So this is proof that KuCoin wallet was the fourth largest holder of. So I mean, if they held all that Wrapped Luna and they bought all that Wrapped Luna and they lost that much, that's actually pretty interesting. So it says, how did KuCoin amass such a large amount of Wrapped Luna without deposits? Otter expects only two probable scenarios. Scenario one. So scenario A, KuCoin has built up a treasury through operational profits such as trading fees, overcharging withdrawal fees, etc., then gambled on buying Wrapped Luna and lost it all. Scenario B, KuCoin had used depositors' coins to make bets on the market behind users' backs. The gamble has failed spectacularly, but both scenarios are no bueno. So that's interesting to me because everything's so public on the blockchain. So, I'm not really sure what's going on. Even in the screenshot you sent to me, you said hi to Rodney, not me. I said hi, Bree. Hello, Bree. Hello, Steve the Canadian. So both would be pretty dumb because everything's visible on the blockchain, right? Everything's on the blockchain. We now know from the whistleblower accounts from within KuCoin that a high-ranking director from within KuCoin has confirmed that KuCoin was indeed staking Luna right up to its failure and lost up to $500 million. Employees are now leaving KuCoin to avoid dealing with the eventual fallout. So this is a strong accusation. Now, I'm not saying this is true or false. I'm reading what's been put out there, right? Okay. Hi, this is apparently the message they had. I think it's in Chinese or something. Hi, I am a KuCoin employee. Lately, KuCoin has been raising funds, which has been suspicious to a group of KuCoin employees. Since KuCoin has been operationally profitable, according to the leader, director, or CEO, the Luna blowup has cost KuCoin $400 to $500 million. Leading to a huge asset hole in KuCoin's balance sheet. The most fatal fact is that KuCoin was the number one supportive exchange of UST. Add that to the fact that the exchange was shifting customer deposits. There are plans to hold a retrenchment round after further fundraising. So what was interesting to me is how, like, when Luna 2.0 launched, KuCoin was about it. Like, they launched it. I think they were the first major exchange to make sure they launched it, but because maybe they were the biggest exchange involved in UST. Because when Terra 2.0 launched, everyone was on KuCoin. Right? We were watching KuCoin. So very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. On September 20th, KuCoin was hacked for $275 million. On May 2022, right before the Luna collapse, KuCoin weighs $150 million. Shortly after, on July 2022, KuCoin mysteriously raised $10 million from a SUSQ for ecosystem. Oh, Susquehanna. I don't even know what that is. Why raise such a paltry sum mere 3 months after raising $150 million? Is this an emergency funding? Other suspects of this suspicious raise a mere 10 million adds credence to the KuCoin whistleblower. Okay, so he's saying that that's what kind of gives it proof that KuCoin indeed lacks funds to honor all withdrawals. So pretty much what they're saying, if there was some sort of panic attack where people wanted to, or panic situation where people wanted to withdraw all their money off KuCoin Exchange, they wouldn't have the money to honor all of that. We'll see if people start freaking out, but I hope not. The whistleblower is contradicted by the CEO of KuCoin, Mr. Johnny Liu, who has simply came out to label this crystal clear evidence as FUD. This is in spite of clear on-chain evidence that KuCoin is a large player in the Luna ecosystem. So we're going to read the FUD from Johnny Liu here real soon. Excuse me. As you may know, Otter is chatting with Johnny Liu on DM to uncover the truth. He has again denied KuCoin to have Wrapped Luna Classic exposure. Who is to believe? KuCoin whistleblowing employee and the immutable blockchain, or KuCoin CEO? You decide. So he says, and this is, I guess, the DM. He says, nope, we don't have any exposure to the Luna ecosystem token. Trust me, bro. To the naysayers claiming Otter is trying to cause a bank run, he says, one can't bank run exchanges unless they're using your coins behind your back. Exactly, right? A bank run can't be used unless, they're using your coins. They don't really have the money to honor all of their transactions. E.g., using your coins to earn yield, to make bets in hedge funds like Three Arrows Capital. Of course, not a single unregulated exchange will ever do that. Just trust blindly, sir. Anything else is FUD. And then he says, like, retweet the top tweet above so our busy friends and family can make a decision to keep their precious earned coins on the opaque centralized exchange in a time of contagion such as now, where CeFi and centralized exchange are dying like flies. Do you really want to stake your net worth on a PR statement? PR statements have zero credibility when shit hits the fan. Otter heard from credible sources that other exchanges that had closed withdrawals recently told reporters that everything is just fine just 2 hours before. That is true. I mean, Voyager was telling us things like, oh, everything's good, right? Voyager told us that. Celsius was saying everything was good until things weren't good. They didn't say anything. They just stopped withdrawals from their exchanges, and people were left kind of hanging out to dry. And then they said, oh yeah, well, we're going bankrupt, or yeah, we're pausing withdrawals or halting withdrawals until further notice, right? So, dude, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. So he's asking for donations and whatnot and stuff like that. So this is pretty interesting. And so we're gonna go to the Johnny's the Johnny U, wherever the hell his name is, and see what he has to say about this. Let me see. So this is WatchAGuru. WatchAGuru says that KuCoin Exchange CEO denies rumors that it's insolvent. Then here's the source. So we're going to go and check out the actual KuCoin article. So Johnny KuCoin, so we got to look at both sides, says, please see below our response to some noises. Don't FUD, build instead. I hate when people say FUD. I just think FUD shouldn't be used anymore. Can we stop using FUD? I hate FUD. Anybody like FUD? I fucking hate that word. This is crazy. Okay, so let's check out this little blog that Johnny posted. Ooh, this is getting juicy. Okay. What's up, Crypto Chick? How you doing? Sorry, chat. I didn't say hi to the chat this morning. What's up, Bree? What's up, Steve the Canadian Boomer Sooner? What's up, babies? Good to have you guys all here. I see you guys, but the story's so juicy, I wanted to jump into it, guys. So it says, and this is fresh. Beware of the FUD. New rumors spread by Twitter guy. by Twitter. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Saitama V3, I'm busy. I don't want to talk about your token. I don't want to. I'm sorry. Look it. Stop it. I don't. Thank you. I appreciate it. Not my thing. No, thank you. I love FUD, Rodney. I'm not into it. Okay, I'm not into it. You're acting like an ex-girlfriend right now. I'm not into it. I'm sorry. Good luck with your project. Not into it. It says, beware of the FUD. New rumors spread by Twitter guy Otaru, sharing full conversation between me and him. So he says, thank you, Saitama V3. Hi all, this is Johnny. Rumor is a big challenge for any big. So I think that the language barrier is going to be pretty bad here because he already start off pretty bad. Rumor is a big challenge for any big company as they take on a life of their own. 1 minute, it's just a rumor, but as it spreads across the internet, it often becomes a basis for fact, even when it isn't fact at all. In most cases, they are triggered unknowingly or unintentionally. Or intentionally. KUCOIN has been facing both lately, as the same people are usually involved. Particularly, the recent FUD created by Twitter guy named Otaru is getting ridiculous. And each time Otaru reaches out to us, we try our best to answer his questions. Still, even if we explain everything, he is still ignoring facts and continues spreading his FUDs intentionally. So obviously a language barrier. While others users publicly admit their assumptions were wrong, Otaru doesn't mind making mistakes over and over, which makes us believe he is either bad in fact-checking and analyzing or has some interest in spreading the FUD. I'm not sure if companies should respond like this. What do you guys think? So it says, so in short, most of the conversations between me and Otaru is around Wrapped Luna. Attached is the full conversation in the end. Ooh, Otter asked me if KUCOIN has Wrapped Luna exposure. I said no. Then he asked, why are there so many Wrapped Luna coins in KUCOIN's wallet? Oh, here we go. Now he's going to explain. This is good. This is good. Okay, I explained that before the Luna incidents, KUCOIN supported Luna, now Luna Classic transactions in 2 chains, Mainnet and ERC20. And at the time, the Luna token ERC20 is called Wrapped Luna. So we knew that, right? So apparently they're supporting both chains, right? They're supporting Luna on both chains, right? Wrapped Luna and the actual Luna on the Luna blockchain, right? His further question was if KUCOIN has ever supported Wrapped Luna deposits and withdrawals. I shared a link to 2 KUCOIN announcements with him. ERC20 Luna has been supported. Oh, so he's saying that, let's see. Okay, so KUCOIN supports ERC20 deposits and withdrawals for Terra. Okay, so this is an announcement saying that yes, and this is 2021. They are supporting Wrapped Luna deposit. Okay, so that's one fact we did check. Okay, so KUCOIN is saying yes, we have supported Wrapped Luna withdrawals. Interesting. So it says KUCOIN has now opened ERC20 deposit withdrawal. This is 2021 too. Okay, so yes, they have. So there's their interest in having Wrapped Luna because they are supporting the withdrawal. Okay, that's a fact. Okay. And the service was suspended on May 2022. Now, remember that a lot of exchanges suspended withdrawals of Wrapped Luna. So it says deposit and withdrawals services of ERC20 Terra Luna tokens temporarily closed. So they don't say Wrapped Luna directly, but I mean, ERC20 Luna is what it is. Okay. That's the end of the conversation. I also explained that as a platform, same for other crypto exchanges, most funds in KUCOIN wallets do not belong to KUCOIN. They belong to our users. So it's our responsibility to keep them secure and make sure users can always withdraw in full whenever they want. So just because all of those Wrapped Luna tokens are in a KUCOIN wallet doesn't mean they all belong to KUCOIN. They belong divided amongst all the users, right? That's why it's a little tricky when you look at wallets on Etherscan, because an Etherscan address can say, I have 100,000 wallets on Etherscan. So hypothetically, you can say, well, there's 100,000 holders. But keep in mind that one of those wallets could be dedicated to an exchange who could have another, 50,000 holders of that one wallet. So that could be 150,000 holders altogether, right? So that's very interesting. Um, so he says having a Luna Classic wallet does not necessarily mean KuCoin as a company is holding lots of Luna Classic tokens, and I'm sure the difference is obvious. So you can see right here, Polynex, Binance, Gemini, but that does mean it has a lot of exposure to Wrapped Luna. That does mean that. So it says for the so-called KuCoin employee whistleblowers, actually there are many logical errors there, but we also made a clarification. Sorry, it's in Chinese, as the rumor is in Chinese, that KuCoin does not have any exposure to Luna Classic. Risk management is essential at KuCoin. Our recent KuCoin fundraising started in this March has nothing to do with Luna incident in May. So pretty much they're saying that, dude, it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do. Fundraising has nothing to do with um, the recent collapse of Terra. And they said that KuCoin still has over 300 job openings, so they're actually looking to hire. Let me go and check out this clarification thing. Okay, so we pretty much covered exactly what they said. More importantly, this whistleblower does not make any sense to me, as Ottawa cannot prove that this guy is an ex-employee of KuCoin. Such a fake picture can be made in 10 seconds. Meanwhile, I also noticed some voices out here claiming that Ottawa is trying to profit from spreading FUD or even blackmail some platforms. I hope these are FUDs too. I mean, he did let me see. Well, this is not real. So this is not real because, well, unless you got, let me see. Let's see. Hello, let me get this straight to the point. I'd like to offer you 10,000 USD for acquiring your Twitter account. Are you willing to make a deal? I'm on a mission looking for several profiles that are similar in terms of content reach. So I appreciate your feedback. How much more do you mean? I can go up to 12,000 USDT. No, thank you. Not even dollar lower. I'm followed by. Oh, apparently this guy is getting paid to shill stuff. Interesting. Okay, so this is a fucking. I mean, who knows if this profile's? I mean, it's this could be Photoshop though, right? Damn, they are going at each other. This is crazy. So pretty much they're saying that this Ottawa person is being paid to do FUD. This is crazy right now. This is kind of crazy. Oh, damn. So KuCoin is kind of clapping back. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Usually I think that this stuff's a little shady or a little unprofessional from companies, but I kind of like it, right? I kind of like it. So KuCoin is pretty much going back after this guy. Geez. Okay. So this one says you are spreading FUD, was on maintenance and now back online. Ottawa has never been wrong. I will continue the warnings to CFI lenders. What do you want? Transfer me 2 ETH if you are not insolvent. So this guy wants money. He was asking for donations, right? Ooh. Ooh. So it says, personally, I think what Ottawa is trying to do is good. Alerting people about crypto platforms that may have issues, but I would suggest Ottawa to share information with more genuine sources of proof. Otherwise, he is hurting his own credibility. Below, you can find the screenshots of the full conversation between me and Ottawa. Okay, so this is the full conversations. So it says, does KuCoin have Wrapped Luna exposure? This person says no. Does KuCoin have Wrapped Luna exposure? Sir, please reply. Otter is going to post soon, making final edits. Nope, we do not have any exposure to Wrapped Luna tokens. So we already discussed this, right? So pretty much they're saying, no, motherfucker, we don't. We listed Wrapped Luna on our platform. That's why. That's why we have a wallet with Wrapped Luna, because it's on our platform. So interesting. So let's go ahead. So that's it. That's it. I'm interested to see where this goes. So pretty much this is what's going on. Are they insolvent? We don't know. But this is what the accusations are. Ottawa is saying that KuCoin is in the hole for $500 million because they had exposure to Wrapped Luna, even though they never offered trading Wrapped Luna on their platform. KuCoin, with evidence, is saying, no, motherfucker, we have offered Wrapped Luna on our platform for trading. The reason why we have a wallet was for all of our holders. Okay. And fundraising had nothing to do with us going in the hole. So they're saying liars. They're saying that Ottawa's shilling for money or are scamming for money. And, Ottawa's saying that KuCoin is insolvent. So interesting. Interesting. Wow. What a story. What a story. Wow. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm sure Watch a Guru will keep us posted. Should be very, very good. What do you guys think is going on? Crazy. Crazy. Oh, let me. I'll be right back. I gotta grab my other Monster Energy drink. Hit that like button. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Hold on. Thank you. I am feeling a little better, you know? What's up, Awesome? Yeah, but I think KuCoin's like, no, you're well, I mean, we'll see, right? Maybe in a couple weeks, KuCoin will announce that they're not doing so well, but that would be a catastrophe, an absolute catastrophe. Is Shinobi in the house? What's up, Shinobi? When will I start talking about Warpix token? I mean, they're doing well. What's up, Crypto Chick? What's up, Awesome? Warpix token is killing it. That's cool. Wow. Dogecoin has been added to Shinobi swap. How? How is Dogecoin being added? You get some dude vibes, boomer F Sumer? Yes, thank you so much. Yes, Crypto Scribbles, clickety clack that like button, baby. Push us up in the old algorithm. What's up, Bernie? Congratulations on your weight loss, man. Let's go. Today's leg day for us, bro. We're about to fucking. I'm about to murder my legs today, dude. I can't wait to work out, dude. I fucking love working out. I had a rest day yesterday. I had to. I don't think you can add Dogecoin to Shinobi swap. How Dogecoin is its own thing. It's its own blockchain. I'm not sure how that helps. Anyways, sounds like Voyager before they shut down. Might exactly. Well, here at the end of the day, guys, look at not your keys, not your crypto. Look at these exchanges. They have to conform to any regulating body they're operating out of. So if they're operating out of the United States and the United States out of nowhere says all cryptocurrency exchanges have to do this, well then then your exchange has to abide by those rules depending on where you're at. There are some places like Washington where KuCoin can't even operate. So that's why you have to keep some of your crypto in a DeFi wallet, right? With a ledger, because it's your keys, it's your crypto. Because what happened to people in Celsius and Voyager, it's like those exchanges said, nope, you can't have your crypto, and then you're kind of stuck like Chuck because you're using their service instead of just keeping your own cryptocurrency in your own wallet. So handle that. It can be half and half. It doesn't have to be all of it, but and none of that stuff is tied to your name, so no one can find it. So, just make sure you report all your stuff accurately to the IRS. You going to work out with Shift Token? What do you think about that? They haven't talked to me about anything, so if they have an actual app, I'd do it, but they have to talk to me about it. No free promo tokens. You want promo? You better hit your boy up. No free promo. That's crazy. That's crazy. Whew, interesting story. Interesting story. So I wonder what's going to happen. I wonder what's going to happen with that. We'll see. We'll see in a few weeks, right? What's up, Bio Brawley? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Make sure you guys clickety clack that like button. Push us up in the old algorithm. They're working on it. Hey, if they want to send it to me and let me know about it, I'll do it. Thank you, Bree. Appreciate you, Bree. All right, let's check out some other cryptocurrency news. So the cryptocurrency market is about $1 trillion right now, still above. Cryptocurrency is down today. We kind of doesn't cryptocurrency do decent on the weekend sometimes? What's up, Bobby? How you doing? Tim says, I get we want everyone to be safe, but they keep going after these big exchanges might cause issues where there are none. That's true. True. ETH will flip Bitcoin and Kronos will flip Binance. Mark my word. You think Kronos is going to flip Binance? That's a tall task. That's a tall task. Binance is killing it, actually. Binance. Yeah, where's Kronos at? Kronos is way down there. I don't know if Kronos is going to flip Binance. Speaking of that, we're going to go ahead and listen to a video from CZ on CNBC. Let's check it out. Roddy, I'd love to see you do a video on your opinion on the video with Meet Kevin and Mr. Wonderful. Thank you so much for the $10 donation. Dirty Miner Apparel. We actually reacted to that on a morning live stream one time. So I did hear my opinion on it. People did hear my opinion on it. I think Mr. Wonderful, dude, I think I like him backing crypto. So let's listen to CZ.
First, I got to ask, what is Binance's exposure, if any, to these crypto lenders that are collapsing? Have you, as an individual, has Binance as a company lent to, taken loans from, made investments in institutions you're concerned about?
So very minimal. Thanks for having me on the show. And very minimal. We're not involved in any of the names that are public. I won't name them, but we don't have any loans to them. We don't owe them any money. So we have not been involved in that. There are, our name just never came up in any of those in any of those situations.
And why not? Are you lucky? Are you smart? Did you see that these companies, these institutions in the crypto ecosystem were building this kind of house of cards that was subject to collapsing if crypto prices were to tank?
I think it's because we're dumb. We like to do things in very simple ways, or at least I like to do things in very simple ways. If we invest in a business, we give that company money, and we don't take a loan out of that business again. So we don't have circular loan. Like, I like to keep businesses in very simple terms. We run an exchange, and we should run the exchange. We're not in the loans business. We're not in those other businesses. So we keep things very simple.
That's why I really like Binance, because they really are, they can be the jack of all trades. They have a successful blockchain. I mean, everyone besides ERC20 tokens, BEP20 tokens are pretty popular, right? A lot of people associate them with rug pulls and those sorts of things. But Binance has their own blockchain, right? But they are an exchange first and foremost. And although they've been bailing out a lot of products in the cryptocurrency space, they are an exchange, and they're the best exchange. And when it comes to volume, there's no one's even close. So they are really sticking to what they're doing. And they're saying, hey, we're not in the business of giving people loans, right? That's not what we're about. We're an exchange. That's what we do. We're not getting into all these other things that could destroy them, right? So let's continue.
So I wouldn't say we're smart. We're just very simple about it.
Well, CZ, I have to ask, though, it's obviously a good thing that you're not involved in any of these issues, but just from a reputational perspective, from a trust perspective, do you think all of these negative headlines are going to impact your consumers and make them just wary of being in the crypto space in general?
I think all those negative headlines definitely do have a negative impact. But guess what? This industry has always had negative headlines. We've not seen too many positive headlines about this industry. And guess what? This industry is still growing because of the fundamentals. So yeah, they do have a negative impact, but overall, I think the industry will be fine.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
I thought it was interesting.
So he says, like, we're used to, like, it's true. Crypto is used to negative headlines. And if you think of every bear market, there are companies that get exposed, right? But he said the fundamentals are there. Blockchain technology is there. Decentralized finance is there. Web3, right? True ownership without the middleman, right? That's all there. So that's good. I like that. I like that response.
Interesting to see that you're launching a new social media marketing campaign, and maybe trying to take this downturn in crypto prices as an opportunity. What's your strategy now to really differentiate what you're doing from some of these other players that have been plagued with so many issues?
Yeah, so I think many players have not managed their cash reserves well, and for many of the players, this may be their first bear market. We have gone through a couple of this already, so we have managed our cash well, and now we have cash reserves that allow us to do more hiring, do more investments in strong companies that's still going today, and also helping some of the companies that are cash strapped if they're good companies. And we're able to lower fees. We're able to launch affiliate marketing or affiliate referral programs. So we can do all of that now, and we actually see a lot more opportunity today than a year ago.
That is absolutely awesome. That is absolutely awesome. So shout out to CZ for really getting on there, representing the crypto community well. You love to see someone like that. You love to see it. What I'm liking more and more is that these news channels are really representing crypto really well. And we're gonna watch this next video. And now it's not all about crypto. There's like an advertisement about Share Advisor, something like that, but we're gonna watch most of it. So let's go ahead and begin.
Today, the co-founders of Three Arrows Capital speak out about the failure of the hedge fund and of Terra. South Korean.
This is a good question. Coolcat says, you don't really believe that the elites that control the world's financial systems are going to relinquish control and give it over to DeFi, do you? Not completely. If they can regulate it, not completely. But here's the thing. If you're in cryptocurrency right now, before the big money is comfortable getting into cryptocurrency, and you're into good companies, it's only going to benefit you.
Authorities raid a Terra co-founder's home, and new data shows just how many millions of.
So one of the co-founders for Terra Luna, his home got raided. Open up, FBI.
Dollars in NFTs hackers have stolen. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Tanea McKeel. Digital asset prices back in the green to close out the week. By noon Eastern, Bitcoin traded around $23,000. Ether traded at $1,600, and the meme token Dogecoin jumped to 7 cents. In the past 7.
I think she meant meme coin, right? Because Dogecoin's a coin. Okay.
7 days, Ether has risen by more than 30%. Bitcoin has gained about 12%. For more on this week and what's ahead for crypto, I spoke to Noah Hammond, CEO of AdvisorShares.
Kind of exciting week for prices in crypto. Bitcoin, last I checked, up about 13% this morning. Ether about 30% higher for the entire week. To start, what do you make of this rally? Is this meaningful, or are we still kind of looking for a bottom here?
I hope we have found a bottom. So I do like the rally, trying to be a little bit optimistic there. You know, there's been a lot of challenges as we've seen companies struggling right from Celsius to Three Arrows. And then even the news that, even Tesla got out of a fairly significant Bitcoin position, though that's, already happened in the past.
Yep.
So while there's probably a little bit more things to shake out a little bit, the devil's in the details with, bankruptcy and things like that, as these companies try to deal with their challenges, you could still see a lot more volatility at this price level, maybe even lower. But right now, it feels like we found the bottom and we're starting to maybe head up from it a little bit.
Yeah, I hope
Based
so.
on what, I guess? I mean, what is kind of moving the markets right now? What is it that we're looking for?
So I think what we're running into now, right, is just this environment with Bitcoin and crypto broadly, where, not regulated, not a lot of rules and regs, a lot of significant amount of leverage. And so keep in mind with, firms like Celsius, people had deposited their Bitcoins there and they were hoping to get, outlandish rates of return, which hopefully would have been their first sign to kind of be super cautious and careful and read the fine print. But now they don't have access to that Bitcoin, right? And or it's been liquidated to deal with other issues around, the leverage that was used from these companies that, I don't know how much the investors or the people that were holding their crypto with them understood. But that, I think, has been the problem, right? People's crypto has been locked up or it's been sold against, as collateral against other obligations.
And so that's the accusation for KuCoin, right? Same kind of thing they're accusing KuCoin of right now. And if one thing this crypto market has told us and shown us is that, look, if we're getting into an exchange or any project that says, I'm going to give you this much APY, that's outlandish, we should probably take a step back and look at that and say, maybe this is not the safest place to put my money, because there's no regulation. So they could say whatever they want, right?
It's put a lot of downward pressure on it. And then again, to find out kind of in hindsight that Tesla itself moved, plus or minus $1 billion of Bitcoin from a selling perspective. It feels like it's not surprising that we've seen that downward pressure. That's been a big catalyst for it. And I would say as we settle out, which we hope these are the biggest bad news, we're going to hear, and there's not more surprises on the
not
horizon.
KuCoin, please, God, no.
There'll be more volatility ahead. I hope we're through these challenges, and I hope we can get closer to a better regulatory environment where you'll see a little bit more stability in the service providers around crypto.
It's been a pretty positive year for regulation, though, despite all of the bad that's going on. I guess we have midterms this year as well. How are you expecting that, if at all, to affect your outlook for crypto?
I think for crypto, I don't know that I'm too worried about the midterms around it. Whereas separately, for example, we have a cannabis fund, and I think that's going to be very impacted by, what politicians are in office in the midterms. But I think for crypto, less so. And I do think we're going to be at an interesting inflection point. You probably saw the news about the SEC charges against a former Coinbase employee for insider trading, which you can only insider trade a security, at least from an SEC's perspective. And SEC has been on the record in the past to call Bitcoin a commodity, not a security. So we're going to be there's going to be a lot of scrutiny around, the regulatory oversight of crypto and Bitcoin in particular. This case could be an interesting precedent-setting item. And I think you're going to have this environment, and I think you were kind of touching on this a little bit with your question, where I think to get future investors, think about financial advisors, things like that, to start to allocate Bitcoin as a part of an asset allocation strategy, there's got to be a lot more stability in the space, right? They don't have a lot of clients that really can stomach the kind of volatility that you've seen in the crypto space and the risk.
That's a big point there. Like, right. It's like, we can't get big institutional money in cryptocurrency like that. Something down 30% in 24 hours to us, we're just like, yeah, crypto, but to to normies, that would scare them. That scares people, right? 30% in a day. Like, to us, that's like normal shit. Or 30% in a week, 50%, right? In 6 months, like, to us, that's like, yeah, that's normal, like 20, like the stock market being down 20% is like, it's like historical, you know what I mean? Like, but for cryptocurrency, that's just a daily thing to us. So it makes sense, right? We need more regulation, more stability, those sorts of things to get big money into cryptocurrency.
But at the same time, when regulation comes, for those old timers or service providers in the crypto space, I think it could potentially be challenging, right? It's one of those things where you got to be careful about what you ask for.
What would you say is a good time for investors to get back in the market?
If an investor is managing it on their own, they want to just be mindful of two things, right? Keep an eye on it. It can be volatile. And they have to also decide maybe what kind of investor they are first. That's probably the first place to start. If they want to hold it for 20 years, then just don't look at the price, right? Because it'll just make you crazy. But if they do want risk managed, they can do that with sizing in their portfolio, right? Zero is probably not the right allocation, but it's some number above that, but they want to be careful about sizing, or they just want to have a plan on how they trade around it, right? Maybe when they get in a little bit, but then get out a little bit, but they've got to come up with their own methodology. They can use products. There's plenty of products out there, though most of them are long only. I think we're the only one in an ETF that will manage it tactically.
How do you see crypto finishing this year? Do you have any specific predictions about what happens through the end of this year?
I think higher, right? It'll depend on a lot of different things. And the interesting thing is, you mentioned the midterms and any impacts there. I'd actually probably more watch what the Fed does, right? Is it more tightening or is it more easing? I think more easing will help Bitcoin, quite a bit, but they've been tightening and raising rates. And reducing their balance sheet, right, which is pulling liquidity out of the market. And so people have a tendency to sell what they think are their riskier assets. So that's probably what I'm watching through the rest of the year, is how the Fed's going to move and react. I know they're trying to fight inflation. They'll probably be aggressive, but it won't surprise me that they quickly flip the other way and go back into an easing policy, especially when you think about, the cost of our national debt with interest rates rising. So that's really what I would keep an eye on. I'm optimistic. I think Bitcoin can recover from here. There's still a lot of utility and more people are coming to it to use it. And all those things seem to point, in the right direction, but there also could be a little bit more drama on the horizon as well. So we'll have to see.
Oh, don't we love drama? And that's the checkmate we're in, right? And we always talk about this, but it's something to really think about and understand, is that inflation's high right now, and the way we combat that, right, is quantitative tightening, right? And one way to do that, obviously, is raising interest rates. Well, unlike the 80s, our national debt is insane right now. I mean, it's doubled in the last few years, right? And so when you raise interest rates on everything, you raise interest rates on our debt, on the national debt. So we can't do that forever, because we can't do 20% interest rates like we did in the 80s. 20% interest rate on the national debt is nuts. We default on that, right? So that we don't have that tool anymore. So that's why a lot of people are predicting that we'll have a crazy pump in the markets, because the Fed, they'll have no choice but to chill out on the raising interest rates, right? And that'll be a positive catalyst for the market. So.
Okay, let's get you caught up on the top stories. First, the founders of Three Arrows Capital are finally speaking out after the hedge fund's collapse. In an interview with Bloomberg, Kyle Davies and Sue Zhu admitted they weren't prepared for the downturn in the crypto market.
Damn.
They also said they had put too much trust in Terraform Labs and Luna,
Oh,
and that their
no.
personal relationship with Do Kwon prevented them from seeing that Terra was, quote, potentially attackable.
Wow. So that whole situation. So it's a crazy domino effect. So Three Arrows Capital got jacked up because of Terra Luna's algorithmic stablecoin, right? That was the catalyst for this all. They had a good relationship with Do Kwon. Now, they got a loan, right, from Voyager, who thought that, Three Arrows Capital would be able to pay that loan back for $665 million. Well, apparently they couldn't pay that loan back, which screwed up Voyager. Now Voyager's going through some shit, right? So it's a catalyst, right?
The founders didn't reveal their location, but their lawyers
Joe B, we'll touch on that in a second,
said they were headed to the United Arab Emirates. Next, the investigation into Terra is heating up in South Korea. Authorities there just raided the home of co-founder Daniel Shin as part of their investigation into the collapse of Luna and Terra USD.
Oh boy.
Bloomberg also reported that the offices of Chai, the payments platform founded by Shin, were raided too. Finally, Citibank says the contagion caused by the collapse of Terra, Three Arrows, and others has subsided. In a new report, the bank says Ether and staked Ethereum, which is a separate token meant to match the price of Ether, are trading closer in price. Stablecoin and ETF purchases, which are assets investors typically buy to avoid risk, have slowed as well. Citi also sees liquidity risks fading and little danger to the broader economy. Okay, while liquidity risks might be falling in the world of crypto, security risks just keep growing. New data exclusive to CNBC shows hackers are making off with millions from stolen NFTs. CNBC's Avon Javers can explain.
You can call it a crypto crime spree. New data from the analysis firm TR.
Real quick, I know we don't like mainstream media, but CNBC has been fucking absolutely killing it with this crypto news. They've been very good. This has been good information. I know we watched one yesterday that was pretty corny, but they've been absolutely spot on and killing it with the shit. I love to see this. Guys, this is mass adoption.
TRM Labs shows the criminals have stolen as much as $22 million in NFTs using the Discord social media platform just since May. Now, just on June 4th itself, they found there were at least 10 account compromises targeting NFT Discord channels. They may be hitting new targets with names like Secret Llama, Dummies, and Young Ape Club, but the hackers here are using tried and true methods to dupe their victims. TRM Labs says they're using social engineering techniques, sending imposter messages, promoting a false sense of urgency, and hoping to capitalize on victims' FOMO, or fear of missing out on the next big thing. Now, Chris Jancheski is a former IRS criminal investigator. He's now with TRM Labs.
These are all techniques that we've seen before in other types of schemes. It's just now they've pivoted to a new arena, and it's easier to potentially steal one NFT that could be worth tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars than to steal many different types of tokens.
If you think about it, it makes sense that the hackers aren't put off by the crash in NFT prices, since they aren't buying the tokens in the first place. What they care about is whether they can sell them for any value at all. Wow. Jancheski says the best ways to protect yourself in NFT land are the best ways to protect yourself everywhere else online too. Know who you're talking to. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. And be very careful when you click on any links.
Okay, that's all for Crypto World this week.
Wow, that was actually really good. Wow, congratulations, CNBC. I know you guys are a little crazy sometimes with your crazy ass videos, but that was actually really, really good. Wow. Mainstream media is really starting to kill it. Yeah, we're all aware of scammers and those sorts of things, but this is actually really good coverage of crypto, right? So maybe the worst is over, but keep in mind that just because the worst is over in crypto doesn't mean the worst is over when it comes to the overall, the conditions of the world's economy, right? All the turmoil going on, inflation going crazy, wars and stuff. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of stuff happening over in China that could affect the global economy. So we'll have to see what's going on with that. What happens in the next 6 months? I think this winter and this fall and winter is going to be a real sign of what could come with the cryptocurrency market in the rest of the world. So we'll have to see what happens. But kudos to CNBC. Man, they've been killing it, man. I mean, what can I say? So a brief synopsis of what happened with Coinbase. Okay, so a former manager, higher up official in Coinbase, himself and a few of his friends, I think one was a brother and one was a friend, were busted for insider trading by the SEC. So you guys know that Coinbase Exchange is the second most trusted exchange, has the second highest exchange score, right? You could say, next to Binance, right? Not in volume. They don't have the Coinbase doesn't have the most volume. Coinbase is very picky about which cryptocurrencies it puts on its exchange. Well, these guys, they had that information. They would buy the tokens before they were listed on Coinbase and then sell after they were listed and they made about $1.1 million. They were recently busted for insider trading. So that's the situation with that. But I think that Coinbase might have fired them or something. They may have left Coinbase before they were actually busted. So I'm not sure what happened. If they knew about it, I'm sure they knew about it beforehand. They knew they were being investigated, and they fired the guys to kind of get in front of this negative news coverage, right? So that's what happened. Rob says he left Coinbase and Coinbase Pro and transferred everything to a ledger. I have some in Coinbase still, but you know, you have to be careful. You have to put some of your money in other places, right? Yes, John. Yes, exactly. It's really good. It's good stuff. It's actually really good stuff. So, wow. So that's what happened with Coinbase. We covered it yesterday. It was kind of breaking news, like randomly in the middle of our stream yesterday. Racket Club. Stream sending you wishes, brother. Yeah, that's probably a smart move right now, but that's crazy. Wait, what? Did you hear about Japan banking system will be with RippleNet by wait, really? Wait, what? I didn't hear about that, Rob Casa. Anybody hear about that? Nani? There are so many fucking tokens and coins that get shilled to me every day. Rodney, are you bearish or I'm still bearish, guys? Are you bearish or still bullish? Even if the market gets wrecked, I'm still bearish right now. Christy says CMC doesn't deserve any prop. All the business channels need to cover. They need to, but who's that Kramer guy? That guy's such a doofus. Like, it's better than seeing these guys is better than that little weirdo. You know? Dude, Joe B, that sounds like a lot of fun, dude. That sounds like a lot of fun. We definitely should, Joe B. Send me your number via Twitter. Jay Linda says, enjoying summer. Crypto has been on the back burner for me lately. I'll jump back into it soon. Crypto's not going anywhere. That's true. That's true. 2 major banks in Canada have signed Ripple, and they're opening a Ripple location in the really? Wow. I need to buy more XRP. I think I have XRP on the BNB chain for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, I do have it on the. I've been saying that about Ripple, but no one was listening. Every bank will use 22 Osaka Convention Japan. Wow, okay. It's so obvious that XRP is the chosen one, even if they're not in the United States, right? Do you think the SEC is just going to look like a clown with a bunch of pies in their face after, like, you know, if XRP ends up winning this lawsuit? Or what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Except for the US, yeah. Urkel Rain. What? What are you talking about? What's Urkel Rain? All right, guys, but that's all the news this morning. So we're going to go ahead and end it with the Coffeezilla 3 Arrows Capital video, but it might be null and void because I think that the 3AC founders already like, hold on, see. They detained? Wait, what? This is not. They're detained in, wait, what? Airport in Dubai 2 days ago. All right, we're gonna watch the Coffeezilla video anyways, guys. We're gonna end with the Coffeezilla video. So shout out to Coffeezilla, one of the realest out there. The COFFE Zilla. Coffeezilla, one of the realest ones out there. We're gonna watch his video about the 3 Arrows Capital people going missing.
And Kyle Davis.
I look at Coffeezilla always dunks on the cryptocurrency market, and I feel like it's unfair sometimes for some cryptocurrency products, but I think he does a good job overall. So we're gonna go and watch the Coffeezilla video, guys. We're gonna end it with this. It's 13 minutes. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but I thought it was pretty good. So like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and let's react to this.
The pain is constant, like the rain in this city. I bought the dip, but the dip dipped. The name's Coffeezilla. And my biggest secret is sometimes I wonder if the only bottom we're gonna find is at the bottom of a glass.
That's it. I'm cutting you off.
Wait, why? I've only had 4 or 5 drinks.
It's not about the drinks. Every time you start doing this narrator thing, it's nothing but trouble.
Not even my bartender understands my brooding anymore.
You're doing it again.
Somehow Maxwell can hear my narration, which is strange.
That's because you have a tape recorder right there.
What? Oh.
Look, Coffee, I'll play bartender one more time, but you've got to pick yourself up after this. I mean, what's this all about?
I just don't even see the point. Markets are down, inflation's up, and I've got nothing but bad news. What's the rush to do another depressing story?
Wow, that is so selfish. It's all about you, isn't it? Do you ever think of the people out there who subscribe to you, or they're
counting on me?
No, I was thinking more that they're mildly entertained by you.
Oh, that's the pep talk? I'm mild entertainment?
Exactly. You're getting it, but what you're not getting is drinks. I'm cutting you off for your own good, at least until you do another case.
Wait a second. That's not how you want to play this, right? I mean, look, I'll do another case for you, but what about this story? Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Maxwell, the bartender, is scamming customers.
Not unless you want people to learn about how you actually afforded that $10 million studio. I mean an actual case, like the 3 Arrows Capital story.
All right. We don't have to go there.
Let's go.
3 Arrows Capital. Are you talking about the hedge fund that blew up last month?
$1 billion hedge fund. And now they're on the run.
You're kidding. I thought they gave themselves up.
Nope. No one has seen them for days. And you know who that looks like a job for?
Yep. The police.
I was thinking more of mildly entertaining detective.
Oh, they didn't answer your calls, huh?
No, they screen robocallers.
All right. You know what? I'll do it.
Strange as it is, that's how the hunt for 3AC started. We start our story in Singapore at the front door of their office, and no one's home. As you can see, mail's been collecting from all the creditors that have been appearing trying to get their money. And crucially, the founders, Su Zhu and Kyle Davies of 3 Arrows Capital, are nowhere to be found, which, if you ask me, is pretty good timing because they just went bankrupt. They now owe people hundreds of millions to billions of dollars. But here's the thing. It wasn't always like this. Only months ago, these guys were the golden boys of crypto. Hell, 10 years ago, nobody even knew who these guys were. They were just a couple of traders in Tokyo working at Credit Suisse. So how did they go from that and transform themselves into one of the world's largest crypto hedge funds and then destroy it all in only a couple of months? Well, today, we're going to find out. It was 10 years ago that the founders of 3 Arrows Capital decided they were tired of making money for someone else and quit their jobs to start their own hedge fund. They claim to have mostly used their own capital to start, a modest sum.
So we started with around $1 million of personal capital.
And almost immediately, they were very successful. Wow. Despite not having enough money to play in big leagues that they wanted to get to, they weren't worried. 3 Arrows Capital was confident in 2 things. their ability to make money and their ability to borrow it if they couldn't make it.
Yeah, we had one period where we desperately needed to raise capital. It was prime brokers. And basically, one day they came to us and said, you need to have almost twice as much money as you have. And my mentality at the time was, well, just give me like 2 months. I think we made 100% return our first like month and a half. Like, give me 2 more months, I'll make it for you. And they were like, no, in 2 weeks, you have to have that money or I close your account. And so I had to get on the phone. I raised it in a weekend, but I had to get on the phone. I called prop trading firms in Chicago, and I got 1-2 wires funds by Monday.
And this attitude of pure confidence, either I can make you 100% in 2 months or I can go borrow it on a weekend, that was just kind of how they operated. And this attitude might sound arrogant, but because they were winning, it was honestly kind of contagious and earned them quite the reputation. They became really popular for their super bullish attitudes and became popular for promoting something called the super cycle in crypto. The super cycle was an idea pushed by their founder, Su Zhu, who believed that unlike most markets, which go through periods of boom and bust, bull and bear markets, crypto was different. They were on the verge of mass adoption, and because of that, crypto wasn't going to go through a bear market again. He says in a tweet explaining it, this is not yet another cycle. It is the end of cycles. The one where after Bitcoin flippins gold, it doesn't flip back. The one where Web3 supersedes Web2. And he would publicly say that he had tremendous conviction in this idea that things were only going to go up, and thought anyone who had low conviction was, quote, gross, to be honest. So I want you to ask yourself, what would you do if you're on a hot streak of trades, you're not afraid to borrow money, and you're convicted that the number's just going to go up? Well, you might do what 3 Arrows Capital did, which was borrow as much money as you can and dump it into bullish crypto plays. The Michael Saylor idea.
Go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it.
Only they didn't do that because mortgaging your house is for poor people, but they did something a little more clever. 3 Arrows Capital went to all of the biggest crypto lenders in town, from Celsius to Voyager and more, the people we've been hearing about lately. And they told them all, hey, you guys know us. We're successful traders. We're low risk and we need a loan. It's sort of the equivalent of going all around town and getting as many credit cards as you can and maxing them all out. And by the end, 3 Arrows Capital had borrowed from 33 different lenders. A total of not one, not two, but $3.5 billion. And of course, the question is, what are they going to do with it? Well, they made one of the biggest bets of their entire life. They were going super long on the super cycle theory, except this time, turns out they were wrong.
Crypto, or digital currencies, have now lost $2 trillion in value.
Holy crap. I literally just got wiped out.
The most destructive wealth event in the history of crypto, with probably about $50 billion just wiped out.
I think this is like a cascading effect, right? And I don't think it's honestly over yet.
When the crypto markets crashed in May of 2022, this led to a massive crisis for 3 Arrows Capital, because all of a sudden, they weren't the profits that they thought they were. They didn't see it coming. Kyle Davies says this in an interview. The Terra Luna situation caught them very off guard, and their lenders noticed. All of a sudden, they start approaching them saying, hey, we're a little worried here. Can you get us our money back? And Kyle Davies tried to reassure them. He sent them a paper saying they had the money. I mean, it wasn't exactly a proof or anything. It was a one-page document that says they had a net asset value of $2.3 billion, which isn't much proof at all. And this was on May 13th, and it bought them about 5 days before someone realized that you can just make up numbers on papers and send it to people. And so on May 18th, some of their creditors approached them again, this time blockchain.com. They called Kyle up and said, hey, well, maybe you can give us some of our money back. And allegedly, Kyle told blockchain.com that if they recalled any of their loans, 3 Arrows Capital would boycott all their products, basically threatening them. Because of this, blockchain.com decided to give them a longer time to repay. Fast forward another month, Kyle's trying to borrow 5,000 Bitcoin from one lender to try to pay a margin call to another lender, except he doesn't get it. And it's at this point that Kyle finally starts admitting to some of the lenders that if crypto markets keep declining, they wouldn't be okay. So naturally, what do all these lenders do? Well, they panic and try to get their money out. But this time is different. Instead of picking up the phone as usual, with their confident responses of, oh, we have the money, or if we don't have the money, we're going to double our money in 2 months anyways. There's no answer at all. Instead, all they get is this: a tweet from Suzu. We are in the process of communicating with relevant parties and are fully committed to working this out. But the insiders knew this wasn't true. Three Arrows Capital wasn't in touch with anyone. It was like they had vanished off the face of the earth. One of their close associates said they had ghosted people. And because of this, these lenders, who now are left with $3.5 billion missing, now started to collapse themselves and have their own problems. We've already talked about this with Voyager and Celsius, just to name a few. And their last hope is to figure out where in the world these guys are with all of their money. And they could truly be anywhere, because as they declared bankruptcy, rumors started to come out that maybe Three Arrows Capital had been a little naughty with their money. According to reports, the duo had bought a series of mansions and a $50 million super yacht, which, according to a signed affidavit, this yacht was intended to be larger than any yacht owned by any Singapore billionaire, which is a strange flex coming from guys who now weren't billionaires. And since I know you're probably curious what a $50 million super yacht looks like, if you're okay with it, we'll take a tour of it as I explain what happens next. So if you just come aboard for a second, the 52 Steel San Lorenzo, you get 52 meters of stunning views and swimming pools, which is all allegedly purchased with borrowed money. Top it all off with stunning dining rooms, a full gym. But in my opinion, the main attraction here is this 2019 tweet from their new owner, Suzu. Quote, climate change talk is cheap, but sailing the 7 seas on your yacht as an international fugitive is expensive. It's almost like he was dropping hints the whole time. But like I said, we don't even know if he's on this yacht as an international fugitive or if he's in one of his other super mansions. Because let's not forget, when he wasn't on this yacht, he was busy living in a multi-million-dollar bungalow that his 3-year-old owned, which I guess I haven't explained yet. Suzu is the father of a multi-millionaire baby. This is all because there's a trust in his name that owns their multi-million-dollar bungalow. But obviously, Suzu bought this house in the 3-year-old's name, so why do it this way? Well, speculation says that bankruptcy courts probably can't get access to it if it's in a trust. And that's not all. Three Arrows Capital has hired lawyers that have been allegedly advising them on how to help shield those assets from creditors, according to this signed affidavit, which, combined with the fact that nobody knows where these guys are, things are looking pretty dim. And all of this is just so sad, in my opinion, not just because they might get away with it, but because all this money that they owe isn't just a number on a screen, billions of dollars, whatever. It's really the bill that's coming due for regular investors, all due to the arrogance of 2 traders and the carelessness of these lending platforms who gave it to them. Because let's not get it twisted. Suzu and Kyle Davies were initially playing with their own money before all these crypto lenders gave them a bunch more of it. So it's not as if there's only one bad guy here. I mean, how could these lenders not do more due diligence on the people they're lending customer money to? I mean, Kyle Davies was literally sending 1-page PDFs that said that they had $2.3 billion, and people just believed him. So that's on the one hand, the crypto lenders are at fault. But of course, on the other hand, it's pretty clear that Three Arrows Capital wasn't honest with the lenders either. And I could do the whole pitch for regulation here, but I'm kind of sick of doing that because you guys know that. The real truth of it, though, is the ones that are actually going to pay for all this, pay for these yachts, are the regular investors who put their hard-earned money into these lending platforms that now are bankrupt. But even in the best case scenario, if they cooperate, I guarantee the real winners are going to be the lawyers and Suzu and Kyle Davies, who are already trying to make claims against their own company that they are owed money. Anyways, that's basically the Three Arrows Capital story. Case closed. Well, that's one down.
Shout out to Coffeezilla, man. Fucking top tier, top notch content always. I'm gonna put a link to his YouTube in the description in the comment section, dude. It's just, that was really good. Wow. That's crazy. Really opens your eyes up to what's going on in the cryptocurrency markets right now and how these guys might get away with scamming a bunch of people. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. Have a fantastic day. I know Ozymas is going on at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yes, enjoy your Saturday. Go out, walk. Look at cryptocurrency market can be so depressing. Go out, walk in the sunshine, spend some time with family and friends. Go buy yourself a nice lunch, whatever it is, Just fucking get after it, You guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow, same time. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.